Tonight's headlines: President Marcos in China for state visit. Transportation Department revisiting privatization bids for regional airports. Department of Health logs 174 new COVID-19 cases. NAIA air traffic system glitch, a security concern. Trough of LPA and Amihan to bring rains. The Philippine government debt stayed at record 13.64 trillion peso level. And Philippine markets mixed on first trading day. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, January 3, 2023. I'm Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. arrived in China on Tuesday evening for a state visit. Marcos' state visit from January 3 to 5 is upon the invitation of Chinese President Xi Jinping. China is the first non-ASEAN country that Marcos will visit in his presidency. While in China, Marcos is expected to raise the maritime dispute in the South China Sea, a part of which Manila refers to as the West Philippine Sea, during his meeting with Chinese officials. The possible oil and gas explorations in the resource-rich region could also be raised during the meeting. The Department of Transportation is opening the negotiation table for interested private parties who want to take over the operations, maintenance, and improvement of several regional airports in the country. Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista said that the DOTr has already communicated with those who have submitted unsolicited proposals to resubmit their proposals based on the new Build, Operate, Transfer law implementing rules and regulations. The revised IRR of the BOT law, which took effect in October 2022, amended the definition of material adverse government action to cover all government and not only the executive branch, which effectively reduces the burden of the private sector on the delayed government deliverables. Under the previous administration, Aboitiz Infracapital Incorporation bagged the original proponent status for its unsolicited proposal to take over the Laguindingan Airport in Misamis Oriental. The Department of Health on Tuesday logged 174 new COVID-19 cases, even as the active tally decreased to 12,362. This was the third consecutive day with fewer than 500 COVID-19 cases recorded. The number of active infections went down from 12,660 on Monday, and the country's COVID-19 tally is currently at 4,200,225. The National Capital Region has the most cases in the last 2 weeks with 2,906, followed by Calabarzon with 1,386, Central Luzon with 664, Western Visayas with 364, and Cagayan Valley with 287. The recovery tally rose to 4,122,428, while the death toll increased to 65,435 with 20 new fatalities. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Be updated sa news and happenings katribu. Hatid ng Daily Tribune sa inyo ang mga balitang napapanahon sa loob at labas ng bansa. Kami na ang bahala sa paghahatid sa inyo ng mga latest and reliable news. We got you covered sa programang Tribune News on Q. Mapapanood mula umaga hanggang gabi, Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Mga impormasyong direktang makukuha mula sa sources at diretsahang usapan. Yan ang ating damin sa inyo sa programang Straight Talk. Samahan nyo kami sa makabuluhang talakayan live tuwing Martes alas 10 ng umaga sa official Facebook page ng Daily Tribune at Tribune Now on YouTube.
In other news, Senator J.V. Ejercito on Tuesday aired his concern over the country's national security following the power outage that caused flight disruptions at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport on January 1, virtually shutting down the Philippine airspace. The lawmaker said that the incident was alarming not only because of its effects on the economy and the inconvenience it caused, but also because of national security. On the first day of 2023, 282 flights were canceled, diverted, or delayed after the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines recorded a technical issue at the Philippine Air Traffic Management Center. As sponsor of the budget of the Department of Transportation in the previous Congresses, Ejercito said the lawmakers had given the agency all the budget to improve the systems in different airports. State Weather Bureau Pagasa announced that rains will be experienced over several parts of the country in the next 24 hours due to the trough of the low-pressure area in the northeast monsoon, or Amihan. Cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms will prevail over the provinces of Albay, Sorsogon, Masbate, Romblon, Palawan, Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi, as well as the Visayas, Caraga, Davao Region, Northern Mindanao, and Zamboanga Peninsula due to the trough of the LPA. The Amihan will bring cloudy skies with rains over Metro Manila, Calabarzon, Cagayan Valley, Aurora, the rest of Bicol region, and the rest of Mimaropa, and partly cloudy to cloudy skies with light rains over the rest of Luzon. Meanwhile, the trough of the LPA and the localized thunderstorms will trigger partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms over the rest of Mindanao. In business, data from the Bureau of the Treasury show that the Philippine government's debt stock remained at a record level of over 13.64 trillion pesos as of end November last year, albeit slightly higher month on month but tempered by the peso's appreciation. The end November outstanding debt stood at 13.644 trillion pesos, up 0.02%, or 3.5 billion pesos from the end October level of 13.641 trillion pesos. The Treasury said the slight increase in the debt portfolio was primarily due to the effect of the local currency appreciation against the US dollar on foreign currency loss. The Philippine peso appreciated against the US dollar from 58.047 to a dollar as of end October to 56.598 to a dollar as of end November. Broken down, the total debt stock was composed of 9.43 trillion pesos in domestic debt and 4.216 trillion pesos in foreign borrowings. And the Philippine markets were mixed on Tuesday, the first trading day of the year, with the local stock barometer posting gains while the peso depreciated against its U.S. counterpart. The Philippine Stock Exchange Index gained 16.62 points or 0.30% to 6,586.01 at the closing bell. The broader all shares increased by 14.66 points or 0.42% to 3,476.70. Regina Capital Development Corporation Head of Sales Luis Limlingan said that the market awaits economic data set to be released in the first week of the year, including the latest employment figures of the United States and the minutes of the Federal Open Market Committee meeting. More than 2.059 billion shares, valued at 3.427 billion pesos, changed hands. Advancers trumped decliners 94 to 89, while 50 issues were unchanged. Meanwhile, the Philippine peso shed 3.5 centavos to close Tuesday at 55.79 to a dollar versus Monday's finish of 55.755 to a dollar following the release of mostly softer than expected economic data in the U.S. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. only here at Daily Tribune's Facebook page. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community Katribu to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tercito are available on our community Viber.
It's 7:30, got all you make up. Now pick the sultriest one in the bunch. Now dash your boss perfume, you got to impress. In that dress, you know. What's in there, prep for your son. This mangled collar lipstick, not just a button. The type of guy you would take home to your mom, and he knows. Holding you tight, so yeah, it's electric. Maybe tonight I feel your caress. Too much, 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 too much. I love you way too much. You got him frenzied with the scent of your whip. He's fascinated by the shaking those hips. And pretty boys are up to no good. You are Caroline. The planet arrow working the test. You gotta tell them all placing bets. That angel's breath no one can resist. So they know, oh they know, oh they know, oh they know. 'Cause holding you tight, so yeah, it's electric. Baby, tonight I feel your caress. Too much, 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 too much. I love you way too much. Holding you tight, so yeah, it's electric. Baby, tonight I feel your caress. It's too much, 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 too much. More, yes, it's your life, just romance. Let's just